Hi, Dustin Hockensmith here with Jeremy Elliott, your fantasy football insiders for PennLive.com, looking at 3 running back situations that might need a little bit of sorting out going into this week. One, the Detroit Lions with Ameer Abdullah and Theo Riddick. They were used in comparable ways. They were used similarly. Detroit is not going to pound the football inside the tackles. These guys were used in more of a slash and dash, receiving out of the backfield. They both got their share of the action. Riddick scored a pair of touchdowns. Abdullah scored 1 touchdown. I like what I saw. I think something is fundamentally different about this Detroit defense and the use of these running backs. You'll see that going forward, too, in the absence of Calvin Johnson.
I think it just opens everything up for everybody to kind of get their looks. I mean, Calvin Johnson basically almost had a reception count or a quota for being targeted. You don't have that now. Now it's who gets open. They spread it around, and I think Ameer Abdullah and Theo Riddick out of the backfield, they're just extended running plays. Little dumps here, get them out in space, a lot of speed. I think they can do a lot of damage.
I think Detroit's onto something with using both of these guys, too. Jamal Charles and Spencer Ware in Kansas City. I don't know what's going to happen here. Jamal Charles out week 1 as he recovers from a torn ACL. Spencer Ware took that opportunity and ran with it and caught with it. And I don't know if he's so good that you either don't rush to bring Jamal Charles back, or if he's carved out at least a good solid timeshare when Charles comes back. We'll know more about week 2 as the week progresses, but long term, what are you expecting out of this backfield?
Boy, I hope Jamal Charles is back in it because I own him. However, I don't know how you don't put both these guys on the field, or at least split time with them. Obviously, you want to get Jamal Charles's longevity to keep him away for injury, so you spell him with Ware. I'm concerned about that split, and I think if you own Jamal Charles, you should be concerned about that as well. But I think you can do different things with him. Put one of them in the slot, one of them in the backfield. That's a positive. So that's what I'm hoping for moving forward.
I don't think it negates their value if they're both 100% and playing, but we'll see what Andy Reid chooses to do with that. Seattle, similar situation. Thomas Rawls working his way back from an ankle injury that ended his 2015 season. Christian Michael emerged in the preseason as a different-looking guy. 15 carries for 66 yards in the season opener compared to 12 for 32 for Thomas Rawls. I do get the feeling, though, that Christian Michael, his edge in carries, is not going to be long-lasting. Thomas Rawls, week 2 and beyond, is still your running back to own, but we still have some information to see and to gather about what this backfield chair is going to look like.
Yeah, I was a little concerned. Christian Michael didn't really perform well, slipped a couple times, just some little odds and ends. Maybe it was jitters. I, too, think Thomas Rawls is probably going to get the bulk of the work once he gets healthy. And I really want no part of this backfield whatsoever, especially if Russell Wilson, moving forward, is dealing with injury as well. Just a little concern about that situation, more than the other 2 that we talked about.
There you go. We are the Fantasy Football Insiders for PennLive.com. Jeremy Elliott and Dustin Hockensmith. Reach us anytime, fantasyfootball at PennLive.com. Check us out all week for rankings and analysis. That's PennLive.com/fantasyfootball.